All right, just taking a quick look at this new Toyota BZ. BZ4X. BZ4X, right? No, actually, it's just BZ now, which is weird, right? Because wasn't BZ like, that was the lineup of electric cars, right? Beyond Zero. You know, like really the 4X was the model. So evidently this is just BZ now. So is that less confusing? I don't know. I don't think it is. So by the way, it is the BZ4X. This is a facelift. It's not an all new model. So, what does it get? Well, yeah, it gets this new design up front to kind of bring it more in line with the other Toyota models, right? And compared to the old model, it does look better. I mean, I don't think this look wasn't doing this car any favors. The specs weren't good either, but I mean, it didn't look that great. Now, the other thing you probably noticed here is, in all these pictures, they're showing off this color matched wheel arch cladding, right? So if you didn't like that two-tone, it was a lot of black, right? Because look at that. It's a pretty large piece. Same thing on the rear wheel. Not quite as large, but yeah, so this is going to be an option now. So if you did like the old style, you'll still be able to get it. But as I mentioned, they didn't show off any pictures of the two-tone look. So I actually threw this thing in the Photoshop to kind of see, what the new front end, what it would look like with the two-tone. So let me know if you guys like the new kind of monotone look, or would you still go for the old two-tone? I think, either way, right? I mean, either way, it looks better than the old model. And on the rear, there's basically no change. There's no change. But the inside, there's a huge change. And they kind of got rid of some of the weird stuff, right? So here was the current model. The worst thing about this is it had this like nasty, real nasty fabric on the dashboard. And this was even if you got the leather seats. The other thing they did is they got rid of how weird this, gauge display was with, not only was it in an unusual placement, but it had this like weird thing that like channeled, I don't know, it's supposed to like channel your eyes towards it or something, right? It didn't look good. And, you might say, well, it looks like they kept it. Yeah, they did keep it, but as you can see, the dash in front of it's now flat. And it's just more cohesive, and it is a little bit more normal. It is more normal looking, but, it's still got that kind of odd, up against the windshield placement. Another big upgrade is, the screen, the new infotainment screen. Well, it's not all new. I mean, this is basically what was in the Lexus version. So, they've kind of given the Toyota and the Subaru Twin, they've kind of given the, some of the best stuff they had, basically. So, that's probably an improvement. I don't think that the screen was really the problem in the old model, but then there's this. Dual wireless chargers. So that is nice. Now, you might be saying, I kind of like this new look. I definitely like the changes to the interior. What do we get for, what kind of improvements do we get under the skin? Well, actually, quite a lot. And there's new battery packs. So, there's been efficiency improvements as well. And in fact, actually, the base battery pack, the smallest battery pack, is actually even smaller than it was. But because of those efficiency improvements, the base model still has more range. Now, if you get the bigger battery pack, which is actually larger than it was, you combine that with the efficiency improvements, and you get a lot more range, right? And then if you want the performance, that the Lexus always had, 330 plus horsepower, you can get that as well. It's just you have to go for the dual motor all-wheel drive. And what's nice is all 2026 models, doesn't matter even if you get the base model, they're all going to have the NACS charger, right? So the Tesla style charger. So that really kind of makes this thing much more practical if you're going to be doing any kind of, road trips with this thing, right? More range and just a lot more charging locations.